So the craziest thing happened to me today. So right before you get to my neighborhood, there's this like little side road, like this little intersection you have to go into, and I turn on to that intersection. All of a sudden, I hear a boom behind me, and I'm like, "What in the world? Why is there a boom behind me?" I turn around and look out the back of the car window, and I notice that it is actually a wreck. Literally happened right behind me, a second behind me. So if I would have been driving 5 miles per hour closer, that would have been me in the wreck, and that's really scary to think about. And because I was a witness or whatever, I had to call the cops, and the cops showed up, and thankfully there was nobody hurt in the wreck, so that's all good. But I mean, that's still really scary to think about, that I literally was right there and just witnessed a wreck. It was a pretty nasty wreck too. The car that would have been in my spot if I was a few seconds later was driving around this corner and went to go turn on the same road I did, and then all of a sudden this car comes and just T-bones him. And that would have been me that got T-boned, and thankfully enough it wasn't. You know, I'm alive. I'm not hurt, it's all good, because if it would have been me, I more than likely, knowing my luck, would have gotten hurt, and would have had to go into the hospital. But thankfully enough, it was not me, it was not my car, but I still watched it happen, and it was very loud, and it scared the crap out of me. You don't want to be in a position like that. Like, literally, I almost shit myself. It was just such a loud wreck, and it just all happened so fast. It literally just, like, terrified me. I mean, I'm kind of overreacting. It's not like it was that bad, but I mean, still, just thinking that I could have been in that spot, I could have been the one who was hit, that just kind of scares me. I'm so glad that I wasn't. And one day I may get into a wreck. One day, a wreck that I get into may be that bad. But hopefully, we can only hope that I never get into a wreck that bad. And there was a dog in the car that was hit. And the dog almost flew through the window, but I went and checked on the dog, I checked on all the people, they were all fine, they were all good. Nobody was hurt, called the cops, called the ambulance, you know, whatever. Had them all show up, and it was actually the first time I ever done that. And, so, you know, that was kind of, you know, scary for me. Because, well, it wasn't really scary, it was like the first time ever I actually did that. So it was kind of like nervous, I was kind of nervous, honestly. But, it was still pretty cool. I mean, it was not cool in the fact that there was a wreck, but I mean, it was still pretty cool that I got to do that for the first time, and I witnessed a wreck. I mean, honestly, it could have been like one of those wrecks that was in the action movie. It's pretty freaking cool, but also kind of scary.